Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Richard. I'm in beautiful White Rock, British Columbia. I want to introduce to you tonight's our opportunity call with Partner Co. Where you're going to hear about some amazing health and wellness products, and also a great opportunity to make some serious money. Our host this evening is Ricia Adair, who was number 43 in Canada, sorry, the world last year. She is number 5 in Canada. She also holds the title of CEO. She ranked up a lot, which I know most of you don't know what that means, about 7 levels in her first year. And she also has a very special guest speaker tonight, which she will introduce them later. So, Risha, please take it over. Thank you very
Thank
much for
you,
doing this.
Richard. Thank you. And just for the clarification, I was number 5 in 2025. So I'm kind of hanging on
Okay.
to that title until we get to PXP.
Thank
So
you.
welcome, everybody. It's a beautiful summer's evening. Richard, my co-host, thank you very, very much. I'd like to welcome everybody, our guests and our special speaker, Cynthia Murray. Hang around to the end because she has an amazing story. If you're expecting any guests, quickly text them and get them onto the call because you certainly don't want to miss what she has to say. Let's go ahead and get the ball rolling, shall we, Richard?
Absolutely. Yep, looks great.
Can you see the screen? We're good to go.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, good. Okay, yes, my name is Ricia Adair. I live in Manzanillo, Mexico. I'm a displaced Canadian, and I'm going to share with you something pretty exciting. But first, let me ask everyone this question. If you're like most people, chances are you would like to feel better, have more energy, and maybe lose a little bit of weight, sleep better. If you're that person, put a 1 in the chat. If you're not that person, put 2 in the chat. We're going to share with you today Partner Co. I love this company because I feel so great. It's the first time that I've ever taken a product that I feel it. I feel it every single day. There's science-based products that deliver proven results. And as Richard mentioned, there is a fantastic business opportunity that can change your life. So we're here to share both with you. Just a quick introduction of our founders. They are John Wadsworth in the black t-shirt and Darren Zobrist. John comes with 27 years of network marketing experience, now owning Partner Co. Let's call it 30. And Darren Zobrist is a self-made billionaire. So together they bought 14 different companies 3.5 years ago, one of which John was a top leading money earner of Morinda Tahitian Noni. And now the rest is history. In the last 3.5 years, these gentlemen have won several awards in excellence and leadership achievement. Altogether, our company has won over 150 awards, and we're breaking records every day. We are over 50 countries. We've just launched India. Very exciting. It's completely transparent. You can actually send a link if you'd like to do the brand partner part of this business to somebody in Italy. The European office will fulfill the order. Next Friday, you get paid. It is that simple. What I love about this company is there's no artificial ingredients in our products. It's a true collaboration between science and nature. We have so many certifications for our first-class performance. And first of all, let's find out why Partner Co is so successful is because there's a massive problem in the world right now. It's a broken food system, highly processed foods. As you can see in the middle, that's what people are calling dinner nowadays. There's no longer any nutrition in the food. There's a toxic overload in the air, in the water, in the products we put on our body. We are chronically drained. We have low energy. People are stressed out. We have brain fog. We're addicted to sugar. So it lends for all kinds of problems that ensue, and it's a lower quality of life. There's people that I talk to that are on 12 medications. There's more inflammation, more disease, and people have less time and energy because they're so crazy busy being the rat on the wheel, being the guinea pig on the wheel, right? Well, we are designed for more, and it's really time to take back our health. And God promised us prosperity to each and every one of us, and I want to share that with you today as well. First, our disclaimer, we don't profess to cure or heal any medical condition. We simply want to focus on your individual results. Also, as an income disclaimer, there's no guarantee on any level of income. It all depends on your passion and your success. But I want to share with you something I'm pretty excited about. I used to go to the vitamin store and Walgreens in the US, or we have Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada, and I would spend a lot of money on products that I was hoping was going to be that insurance to keep me healthy. Well, we have these products, but it's not a hope anymore. It's a for real, because as I say, you feel these products. It's absolutely amazing the transition that you're going to feel. First of all, I'm going to share with you when I was first starting the business a couple of years ago, I had really bad aches in my fingers, toes, my lower back, plantar fasciitis. And Reese, a friend of mine, said, Risha, on your second paycheck, you got to buy some MOA. This is the mother of all. This drink, I like to keep it cold, helps contract stress, calm the mind, improves cognition. How about a boost in metabolism so you can have better energy? I think we all want that, right? And improve your support a healthy cardiovascular system. You see, folks, there's 36 superfoods in this product, many of them coming from exotic destinations, all in a specific formula designed towards pain and inflammation, in addition to 6 of the world's best healing mushrooms, all towards anti-aging, oxidative stress, cardiovascular health, supporting kidney health. All of these ingredients lend towards an amazing product. Within a few short weeks, I noticed that, hey, I can hold a cup of coffee without my fingers hurting. I could walk in my flip-flops without my toes hurting. I am totally loyal to this product. I'm a lifer. I will never give it up. Here's an example of Deborah. She had diabetes legs, very swollen legs. She started with the MOA system in only 20 days. Look at the difference in her legs. And that's how quick this product seems to work with people. If you're a brand partner and you love the MOA, I want to see a 10 in the chat. One of my next favorite products is Renew. This is a fountain of youth in a box. It's the only product of its kind in the world. It has 2 international patents. And what it does is helps combat the natural aging process. It teaches your body to create its own HGH, human growth hormone. Now, that's the one that the young boys have, right? We say their hormones are raging. Well, look at this. A 65-year-old is going to age 125 times faster than a 12-year-old. We need to have HGH, or else guess what? We get old and we decline quickly. So by having HGH in your body, naturally produced by yourself, you're going to have an advanced loss of body fat, enhanced muscle growth, increased exercise capacity, fracture healing. If you know anybody with a break or a broken bone or something, this is a product that they need to consume, as well as the MOA. Tougher bones, so we don't have that horrible fall and break the hip. Improve your cognitive capabilities. Restoration of, well, let's just say your libido gets a little action and everyone is happy. Decreased cardiovascular disease, strong immune system, slower aging rates. But for me, I love it the most because of the way I sleep. Now, if you're a Renew customer and you love this product, I want to see a 10 in the chat. And gentlemen on the call with us, you may be sleeping well, but I'll tell you, 95% of the women out there are not sleeping well. We need this product. It's a sachet that you keep by your bedside. You drink it just before you go to sleep, and the 400-pound eyelids kick in, and bang, you're out for the night. Moringa. There's a fabulous documentary on YouTube called The Miracle Tree. The best moringa in the world comes from India, which is where we source our moringa. We use every part of the plant that is loaded with nutrition. You see, this plant is called the nutritional powerhouse. It's the most nutrient-dense plant in the world. It's a tree, as a matter of fact. We use the leaves, the bean pod, and the seed inside the pod. We put them all together. We shade dry it so it doesn't lose any of its vitality by going into a tumbler dryer. And then we bring it into the US and we do special manufacturing there. Now, this plant is so special because for you, in addition to 90 minerals and vitamins, it's going to also support you with 9 essential amino acids, including 2 that you can't produce, and antioxidants that are loaded, again, for oxidative stress to combat. And that means we're rusting from the inside out, just like an old truck in the farmer's field. Well, we have to stop that rusting from happening. And that's where the antioxidants come in. 36 anti-inflammatories, the omegas 3, 6, and 9s, all 20 amino acids, 10 times more vitamin A of carrots, 10 times more calcium than milk, 9 times more protein than yogurt, 15 times more potassium than bananas, 25 times more iron than spinach. One plant, limitless benefits. I was talking to Linda today, and she said in 12 days, she noticed her hair was shiny, her brittle nails are now getting strong and tougher, and her cramps in her legs were gone in 12 days of using this product. And that was Linda's experience. We added extra superfoods to our products, to Vital One, to make it, in my opinion, the best moringa product on earth. All of these are for your gut health support, blood sugar, oxidative stress, immune and energy support. And together it gets all wrapped up in one beautiful green sachet. Add it to water first thing in the morning on an empty stomach and kickstart your day with the best nutrition you could possibly ask for. Before I started with PartnerCo, I knew nothing about hormones. Again, back to the teenage raging hormone story, right? Or the menopausal lady. I started to learn that all of this that I was feeling was about being out of balance. I just attributed this to being old. Mood swings, low libido, headaches, night sweats, craving sugars and carbs, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, fatigue, tiredness, weight gain, stubborn weight gain. If you have up to 5 of these, put 5 in the chat. If you have between 5 and 10, please put 10 in the chat. When I started, I was at 7. And many people that I talk to say, put me down for all 10. There's over 100 symptoms of hormonal imbalance. Again, back to that previous slide that we talked about, where there's so many toxins in our environment, the lifestyles we're choosing, the poor food choices, add in alcohol, cigarettes, stress at work, poor sleep, all of that leads to all of us being out of whack. Well, let's get into sync. But first, let's realize, as I go ahead and introduce our flagship product, understand that Mexico, US, and Canada own the position of being the highest in population overweight and obesity. Everyone out there needs what I'm about to introduce to you. It's called the Body Balancing Drops. The picture I'm showing you in this slide is the Canadian formula. In this slide is a US formula. They're both very, very similar, and they guarantee, well, not guarantee, but I feel like it's a guarantee because I've experienced it the last 2 years, and it's amazing, these results. They were intended to balance your hormones, you see. When you get your hormones back into balance, magic starts to happen. So in addition, it curbs your appetite. So you push away that big plate and say, no, wrap it up for lunch. Stabilizes your blood sugars, which is incredible for insulin resistance, and get away from the diabetes and the pre-diabetes and so on. Eliminate sugar cravings. I have not had any sugar, wow, for almost 800 days, just approaching 800. So excited because I was an addict. I was so addicted to sugar. It increases your metabolic rate, which means you're going to have extra energy. A lot of people call it the happy drops because it boosts your mood, supports your thyroid, sharpens your focus, and brain fog, gives you more clarity, healthy weight loss. And along with the Renew product, because they marry so well together, it balances your stress and cortisol. And do you know what that does? It gives you the most amazing sleep. These are our miracle product. Everybody in the world needs this product. You will drop twice the weight as diet alone, proven by our clinical studies, created by doctors, backed by science 15 years ago. Yes, this product has been on the market for a very, very long time. Close to 3 million bottles have been sold. Marry it up with our approved food list, because the stuff we put in our mouth before is what got us into trouble. So we need now to look at eating clean. Healthy proteins, healthy fats, low glycemic fruits, the vegetables. There's so many things you can eat. We've got all kinds of recipes to help you get imaginative. Our Vancouver Island team put together this beautiful buffet. Everything on this display is on the eating plan. So we don't go hungry, folks. It's not a diet. As a matter of fact, it's not a life. It's not a fad either. It's a lifestyle. Move your body. We all know that. I'm not telling you anything new. Drink your water. We all know that too. And watch your body start to transform in 28 days. The miracles just start to happen. Now, as I start to introduce my slides to you, it was really difficult to narrow it down to about 15 slides because I host these calls for the last 2 years, and I have met hundreds and hundreds of people that have had the most amazing testimonials. But first, I'd like to share mine. This is my transition in 90 days. I shed 34 pounds. To date, I am now down 38. I have no more anxiety, no more discomfort, pain, or inflammation, and no more restless nights. And I just feel like, wow, some people say that doesn't even look like the same person, Risha. Who is that girl, right? And you look at the picture on the left and you wonder, how did that happen? And every day, once, if you gain 3 pounds a year in 10 years, it doesn't take long, right? Our dear friend Nancy had an autoimmune disorder. She was in a bad way. After 4 months on the drop, she got herself healthy. She was on pickleball court. Popo LeBoy, 101 pounds. What a physiological transformation. It doesn't even look like the same guy. He lost 101 pounds in 1 year. Cheryl Cook, my dear friend, had a chronic cough for 30 years. 1 week on the drops, the cough is gone. Vancouver, she's from Vancouver Island. She was my roommate in Dallas. She's almost 80 years old, and she kept up to Lori and I as we were trucking down the Dallas downtown streets. She's lost 50 pounds in 4 months. Good friend of mine, James Scott, we had his testimonial on our call just a couple of weeks ago. He's lost now 75 pounds. Early onset of Parkinson's when he was 17. He no longer has Parkinson's tremors. His foot got crushed falling off a ladder, wore a leg brace for 17 years with the cane and one of those old person mobile units. The cane and the leg brace and that golf cart of his have all been parked since he was on the MOA and the drops for only 2 months. And that was 2 years ago. He celebrates his new health. My sister from another mother in Lethbridge, Alberta, Christy Walsh, she has said goodbye to her Hashimoto's thyroid medicine, said goodbye to her fibromyalgia pain medicine. She sleeps incredible. She's down 40 pounds and she saw a post, bought a box, wondered how much money did Joni make selling me this box? She looked further into it. Now she's a 6-figure income earner with Partner Co. Her life has changed drastically. Kim Gray, out of Alabama, 118 pounds. She was supposed to live her life in a wheelchair. And when she walked across the stage in Dallas last year, there wasn't dry eye in the house. There was a standing ovation because that girl wasn't supposed to be walking. And we have our beautiful Wendy from Winnipeg. I can't believe the transformation. My God, we've got someone on the left that was kind of old, frumpy, and depressed. And now we've got this young, vivacious person, altogether 43 pounds down in total. Congratulations, Wendy. James Laponce doesn't even look like the same guy, 47 pounds in 4 months. And I love us old ladies because we keep flexing our muscles to show off because the Renew helps with our muscle longevity, right? She's lost over 50 pounds. She's got healthy labs. She's just amazing. And look at her husband. He doesn't go to the gym and look at those muscles on his arms. He looks like the youngest nephew of the guy on the left. My goodness, right? Dr. Crystal lost 162 pounds. That was a few years ago. She's kept it off, super healthy. Jane Storch, loaded with inflammation, had a hard time getting off the couch. Now the girl is prancing around her kayak on Shawnigan Lake on Vancouver Island. 54 pounds in 4 months. There's so many stories, one after the other. But it's not only about 20, 30, 40 pounds. This is about life. Jane would have never, ever considered buying a kayak if she was that girl still on the left. James is now walking his dog in Arrington Falls, Qualicum Falls, all over without his cane, without his brace. He would never consider those kinds of trails. This is about life, about getting on the trampoline with your grandchildren and having a new start. So you're probably wondering now, okay, I'm convinced I want the drops. How do I get the drops? Well, if the person who invited you sent you a link, you could certainly buy the drops for 1 month, 236 Canadian or 176 US. And when you compare it to any program like Jenny Craig Weight Washers, is less than that. But also I've noticed in my grocery cart are no longer the croissants, the bran muffins, the pies, the ice cream, the breads, the Coca-Cola, the chips, the half and half cream. All of those things cost money. I save about $400 a month by not putting the stuff in the grocery cart that shouldn't go into my mouth. So how do you get your products at a wholesale level? Because I'm from Winnipeg and Winnipeg girls say, why would you pay retail when you could get the best value at wholesale? So as a global virtual franchise, as a Canadian, you could pay one-time, lifetime, a membership fee of $37.95. In the US, it's $29.95. At this position, you could either be a glorified customer and get your products at a discount, or you can be a brand partner and get all those tools that you see on the left and be able to build a business, including this amazing training that all comes out of that little kit. Every month, you do not pay for those tools. I've never seen anything like this in my 30 years of the industry. But wait, there's more. Right now, we have an amazing trip going on across Alberta. So in celebration of that roadshow, they have launched a Canada-wide free membership with the purchase of a 200-point order up until Friday, August 7th. Sorry to my USA cousins, but this is a Canada-wide promotion. And I'm going to share with you what a 200-point order might look like. Now, let's talk about this, because at one time, Plan B was what you did to take the kids in the station wagon to Disneyland. Well, now you need a Plan B because life got a lot more expensive. So if you're like most people, chances are you'd like to get out of debt, make more money, create a better retirement, have that beautiful vacation, build a new house. If you're interested to hear about how to make money, will you put 888 in the chat, please? As a brand partner, automatically you receive 30% discount on your purchase power, which is pretty cool. Again, you're getting it wholesale. Should you want to roll over those products and be able to offer them to friends and family, you can get a 30% retail profit, which is like cool. And that's the minimum profit that we make. There's ways of making far more than 30%. How do we turn our drops into profits? Because not everyone has a salesman's hat on and knows how to do it, right? But if you know how to copy and paste, I'm going to show you a very simple system to work from home, work from your phone, and be able to build a business. But first, we need to get you activated. And here's a 4-pack in Canada. We need some inventory. So a 4-pack is $500. It's 208 PV. So that will activate your position as a brand partner. Let's say you keep 1 box of drops for yourself. And with our system, you sold 3 boxes. At that, you wanted to offer your friends and family a discount. So instead of $236, you sold it at $200. You would be making $75 profit per box, which is $225. Now, if you did that twice or 3 times in 1 week, which many people have, and through our system, that makes for a pretty good extra chunk change for your Plan B, right? In the United States, a 4-pack is very similar, except it's $371 US. Keep 1, sell 3, make $222 profit, and you're giving your friends and family a discount as well, too. So it's a win for everybody. Now, the first time I posted on Facebook, I posted Kim Gray's picture, the lady who lost 118 pounds. Then I posted Michelle's picture, who lost 30 pounds or 40 pounds. And then the courier came to my door with my box. So I put it up, come on, Mike, take my picture. And it was a silly post, but you see, I got 59 comments. 59 comments from one post. I had no idea that people would ever come out of the woodwork and say, I want those drops. 20 new customers, 6 new brand partners joined me in the business that day. It all starts with this simple free app that you put on your phone called Boards. We put you through the training. There's all the pictures that you can see bottom left. And when people inquire, we have all the answers, including videos from the many doctors that have recorded information for us. And you simply copy and paste. And then people send you by Venmo, or they send you an e-transfer if you're Canadian, or cash in the pocket, and you've increased your profits for that week. Cool or cool? Here's a picture of Rick and Crystal. That's a typical post. People respond to seeing real life like that. As a brand partner, you're going to want to add, subscribe, and save so you can continue with the many benefits of being a brand partner. In Canada, subscribe and save is roughly about $185, $200 a month. In the US, it's roughly about $165, $185 a month. But this is a product business. We want you to have a great product experience. 1, for you to get healthy. 2, for you to be able to share your experience with others, and in turn, help others get healthy too. So it's a consumable, and I'm hoping that you're going to fall in love with the MOA and the Renew, just as I've done. Fall in love with the drops, because you will notice those differences. Keeping your subscribe and save healthy. By the way, there's no contract. It's flexible. It bills every 4th Friday. We'll pay you weekly paychecks as you refer others to become brand partners. Offer you those continued 30% discounts, loyalty shopping, and how about free luxury vacations? There's more. We all know this guy, Warren Buffett. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. And that is so true. You have to find another way. We are the best voted, most prosperous compensation plan in the industry by Business for Home magazine 2 years in a row. 8 ways to learn the retail profits that we talked about. And there's several different compensation avenues in which you build a team, you get paid savings bonuses, you get paid matching bonuses and travel incentives. If anybody would like to see the compensation plan in detail, please put your name in the chat and we will be sure to get a compensation plan video out to you that describes all the details of this very healthy, prosperous compensation plan. But just a little touch on the retail profits. Imagine you've already sold your first 4-pack, so you buy another one. That's what it's called, right? You just roll over your profits into more inventory. This is business. So the 4-pack in Canada would be $500. You would sell your 4 drops, friends and family discounts at $800. You profit $300. A 10-pack investment is $11.90. You profit $810. And a 30-pack, which puts you at that ultimate top pay position, which is very important. You want to get there, is a $2,500 profit. In the United States, it's very similar. $297 profit on the 4-pack, $791 profit on the 10-pack, and $2,511 profit on the 30-pack. So people getting to Ultimate in their first 4 weeks are making $2,500. If you got to Ultimate in your first 4 weeks, will you please put in the chat Ultimate? I'd like for our guests to see that, because it's one thing that's super powerful about our system. We have what is called a $10,000 savings bonus. So many people are achieving this. Many have achieved it within 8 to 14 months. In 2025, 28 families were on stage that received their $10,000. I unlocked my own in 14 months. And with that, I did a dream come true and went to Africa on a safari. And I went, what the heck? It's a long way to travel. Why not throw in Budapest and France and go to Paris at the same time? Thank you, Partner Co, for helping my dream come true. We have a lifestyle program, and this is amazing, where you can actually travel to beautiful exotic destinations. You can win 2 free trips a year. Upcoming is Cancun and Morocco, and everybody on this call can certainly qualify for these trips. Who would love a free vacation? Say me, right? And you will travel in style at world-class resorts. It now brings me great pleasure to bring aboard my special guest tonight. She's a senior vice president with the company. She's from West Monroe, Louisiana. She's a nurse. Cynthia Murray, I'm so pleased to welcome you to our call. Please unmute your line and come forward. Gives me a chance to... Oh, what's happened there is... Cynthia? Is there a storm going on in your town or something? I don't see your video. Okay, there you are.
Okay,
Oh, Cynthia, your audio isn't working. I'm sorry, dear. Will you put in the chat what's going on? I suspect there's a storm with internet issues or something. Am I the only one? Richard, can you understand Cynthia?
Oh, I
No, I
can't.
cannot. No, she's coming through all garbled.
Cynthia, will you put it in the chat? What's going on, please?
Or maybe she could log out and log back in. That might be better. She might have a...
It's muted.
Okay, there you go. All right, Cynthia, are you there? Let's hear you talk, because your talk was garbled. I really want everyone to hear your call tonight. Oh, it just said your bandwidth is low. That might be part of the problem here. Cynthia, we're not getting anything.
Sometimes if she logs right back in, it'll
Okay, why
improve
don't
it.
you
Okay.
leave the room, Cynthia, leave the Zoom room and come back in, okay?
Let me do that.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to continue on with the presentation here.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay, there
Can
you
you
go.
hear me?
Yes, yes.
No?
Yeah, we can hear you.
What? Let's see. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy,
Let's
huh?
see. Let me try my phone. Let me try my phone.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, here she's coming in on the phone. Let's hope this works.
I love technology, especially
Oh,
when it doesn't work. Jeez.
well, I'm in the rainy season in Manzanillo and our power goes in and out all the time. So if ever I disappear on a call, that's what's happened. The storm rolled in and it comes in unannounced. It just booms. Big lightning and thunder, and then it's dark, really dark. But gotta love the rain. I love it when it gets so green too. It's like overnight, the brownish grayish hills all of a sudden burst with green and burst with the sound of music. So it's pretty great. How's Cynthia? Is she coming back in here? I see
See
Pat on
her.
the call. Hi, Pat. Nice to see you. So it's just been an amazing day today. You know, I'm so blessed. I've got this great gardener. His name is Angel. He's just a little guy. He's only about 5'2". And he shows up at 20 after 7 in the morning and he goes nonstop in this blazing heat. And he power washes my deck. He power washes all my stairs. He cleans all my rails. And I just see him work so hard. I've never seen a guy work so hard in all my life. And my gardens are sprinkly beautiful. Sarah comes over. She's my cleaner and she just makes my house twinkle and clean. I'm just so grateful for that because I'll tell you, 2 years ago when I started this deal, I was it. I was so broke. I was it. Here she comes. Let's have a look at you, Cynthia. Let's hope this is going to work.
You there?
Yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, my goodness.
There you go. Did you break it?
It said I was unmuted and I don't know what happened. I'm sorry.
That's okay, sweetheart. Okay, so you've got an amazing story. Let's start at the beginning because I remember you were really sick at one time. Let's hear
Yes.
about your story, where you were at and what happened. How did you know about the drops? And here we are today.
Okay, so back in 2024 is whenever I found out about the drops. I went through a really dark place. I ended up having muscle pain all over my body, and I didn't know why. Doctors couldn't figure it out. I had lab work done. All the tests they took me through. I had physical therapist. I had my elbow injected. They told me, I had tennis elbow. They said that I had, compressed nerves in my neck. My hips hurt. My feet hurt to walk, and there was no explanation for it. And luckily, they didn't diagnose me with fibromyalgia. I don't believe. I don't believe that's on my chart. But I didn't have any answers, but I did have a lot of medication thrown at me. So I was on really high doses of medication and nothing helped at all. But what I did notice helped was in the evening, whenever I'd have a occasional alcoholic beverage, it would take the edge off the pain. So that's what I started doing. During the daytime, I would wake up hurting. And so I would do a little bit of work around the house and then I would hurting so bad that I'd have to stop. So I would take shots of like Jack or Jim, and I would usually take about 3 shots, and then I could do a little bit more work before I got so winded because my muscles hurt. And whenever you breathe, you have muscles that, help you breathe in and out. And I hurt so bad. So that just kind of put me in a really dark place because I was a Mimi and I was keeping my grandsons, and I no longer could do that anymore. And
What's the
so,
meaning?
Grandmother.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, well, you don't look like your grandmother. My God, you look like you just got out of
Thank
high
you.
school.
Oh, thank you so much. But yes, I'm a Mimi to two grandbaby boys, and so I was really in a dark place because I was becoming an alcoholic. I was in pain with no answers. And so I really contemplated taking myself out of the world. And that's not me. I'm a very happy person. And I understood what it was like for somebody to want to give up, because it was like Groundhog Day with the pain. I woke up with the pain. I went to bed with the pain every day for a year and a half. And so I can remember thinking how bad it was, but the husband at the time said, "Well, you just need to do what it makes you happy." So I actually picked up a craft, a hobby, and I started crocheting. So I started making these things. Anyway, long story short, I took them to a market and started selling them, and that's where I met the girl that came by my booth. Um, about the drops. She wanted me to teach her daughter how to crochet. I'm like, oh, I don't do that. I can't do that. I don't people very well. I hurt so bad. And I started telling her my story. And she says, well, you sound like you need these drops I have. They're hormone balancing drops. So I didn't see a post. I actually was introduced to the drops because of the hormone balance side of it. Well, then I think I was 48 and I was going through, on top of all that, the hot flashes, the night sweats and all that kind of thing. So I was thinking, yeah, I might need these. And she said, there's also an income side to this where you can earn, what am I trying to say? A job. It's not a job. It's, anyway, a business side of it. There you go. So I wasn't working and I hadn't worked in a while. So she told me how much they were, and at that time I could not afford them. She said, well, you just sign up for $29.95 and you just start posting and you can earn your drop. So that's what I did. I started posting, and that's when I found out they were for also for weight loss. I just thought they were for hormone balance. So a week into posting, I was able to order a 10-pack and I started my drops. Well, a week and a half on those drops, my
So
pain.
just a minute, a 10-pack is $880. You sold enough drops to be able to pay for a 10-pack.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, go on.
One of those 10 were mine.
Okay,
Because
all
I
right,
mean, I
go
was
on.
doing this without even, without even trying them yet.
Yeah.
So when I tried the drops, a week and a half on these drops, first of all, like the first 2 days, I noticed I had energy that I hadn't had since childhood. And I'm like, wait a minute, why do I have energy? I'm hurt. I've been hurting all this time. Well, a week and a half on these drops and my pain disappeared. Pain that the doctors couldn't explain what it was. So if these drops were for hormone balance, therefore I must have had a hormonal imbalance that was corrected. And now, years later, I do know that I was under an extreme amount of stress. In researching it, you can have muscle pain from hypercortisolemia. And that's not anything that's talked about. But I know there's people out there with those kinds of problems. And I also, in my heart, know that there are people that have committed suicide for pain. And that's kind of my goal and my mission, is to let people know that there's alternatives out there, because you hear of people, like happy people, ending their lives and it's probably a hormonal imbalance. So, that's one
Wow.
mission.
I'm going to say that lady at the market was your angel.
She was, yes.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. It proves that when I talk to my people, just reach out and talk to people, because everybody out there needs what we've got.
You just need to know their story.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Now, you were a nurse in the past, right?
Yes. I was a cardiac nurse and a NICU nursery nurse and a cardiac rehab nurse. So,
Wow. And with all this pain that you were in, it would prohibit you from going to your job.
well, actually, that was previous. I was a business owner at that time. Me and my husband at that time had an industrial mowing company that we did. But yes, I've enjoyed my experience of being a nurse and being an advocate for family members. That
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so having the medical background that you do, what is your opinion about the Partner Co products?
My goodness, I say we're the next medicine cabinet for the world.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just me.
yeah.
So we're about to take over and flip the whole thing upside down. You
You're
know.
so right. Now you've got a second product that you love. What is it?
Yes. Okay. So I was looking back in time because you know I started the drops for hormone balance, and I did lose weight. I lost 15 pounds between May 2024 and February 2025. Well, February 2025, Partner Co came out with Advantage. And so I started Advantage. And from February 2025 until now, I lost 29 more pounds. So I've lost a total of 44 pounds. So,
Wow.
but go ahead.
Yeah, no, wow. I'm just in total admiration.
Let's see. Advantage is an actual weight loss product. It's a hip and weight reducer, and it is. Let's see. What is that? It has grains of paradise in it. What is the main thing? It heats up. Thermogenic. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. It's a thermogenic, and evidently that's a buzzword on the market. Thermogenic for people who are like bodybuilders and trying to build muscle. Um, the crazy thing is, I have kind of a tight abs, and I don't work out a whole lot, but these things work. And I have to say though that I did double up on them because I was told to by some of the coaches on our team.
How many did you take in a day?
I took 4 in a day, two with each, two times a day. It's on the instructions, 1 twice a day, but I took 2 twice a day for a year.
Mhm.
So, my abs are tight.
Wow. Wow, that's so fantastic. We're going to wrap up, but we're coming up to our big event, PXP in Orlando. I'm going to see you there. You've been to several big events. Why would you recommend to anyone considering joining Partner Co, looking at Partner Co, or new in Partner Co, or longtime Partner Co, why they should go to these events?
Because we need community, and that's one thing that I did not realize that I needed when I was hurting so bad until I got out there and was introduced to the drops. When I went to my first PXP is when I met you
That's
in the
right.
line of, I was in a line, I think fixing to go on stage for some reason. And you're from Mexico and I was from Louisiana, and that just doesn't stop there. I mean, you meet people from all over the world, and they're there to love on you, and they remain your friends for a lifetime.
Yes.
And you get close like that with the owners and with other people that are doing fantastic in the company. So,
And what about meeting the scientists and your belief level and meeting the owners?
oh yes, the owners are right there at your level. I mean, they hug you and they want to hear your story. Um, and from what I understand, I don't think that they pay themselves hardly anything from this company. They've already made all their money. This is like they're giving back to their community, and you can absolutely feel it when you're around them.
That's very true. They and their
Yeah.
families are just the most lovely people I've ever met. Cynthia, thank you so much. I'm so glad that we got the connection happening so you could share your story. No, you didn't at all. It was such a great testimonial. Everybody send your love. Let's see the hearts come through for our beautiful Cynthia Murray. Thank you again so much for being our guest on today's call. And look at that before and after picture. It just blows me away. Yet another great story. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're looking at here is a $4 trillion industry when you combine the gut health, the collagen, the skincare, the energy drinks, the body balancing drops, hormonal balance. Weight loss industry alone is massive. This gives you a chance to be part of it. And I'm telling you, I don't know what the number is in Canada, but there's 61 million baby boomers in the United States that aren't happy to settle for a walker in a wheelchair. These are people that want to do the trampoline and the Disneyland trips with their grandchildren. There's a massive, massive market out there for us to be able to reach out and help others, like that lady change Cynthia's life that day. Goodness knows, I hate to imagine what might have happened if Cynthia had never heard about or got on the drops. So again, it's a work from home situation that gives you ability to create a residual income, which brings you freedom. And we all love the jobs and the employers and the employees, but usually it's really hard for a boss to say, you know, go away for 6 weeks and I'm going to continue to pay you $11,000. So when you come back, we'll be happy to see you whenever you show up. That just doesn't happen, right? But in PartnerCo, it does. It's called freedom, right? We were named #1 in global momentum on our 3rd year anniversary. This is a wagon that you want to hitch your giddy up to. We are debt free. We're approaching $500 million in sales, over 50 markets, 55 now, I believe. We have solid infrastructure, 8 global offices around the world. They've hired the best of the best in marketing and in our executive team. And in fact, we have a Bill of Rights that protects the brand partners to protect us in our compensation plan and the integrity of our products. I see this not as a startup because we've acquired companies that are 30 years old, like our Tahitian Noni product, the drops that are 15 years old, Limu product that is 24 years old. We are, in my opinion, going to be in hyper growth in 2 years. That's what I am personally predicting. And when we get to hyper growth, we are going to be a $1 billion company. How would you like a little slice of that pie? Heck, you don't even need a slice of the pie. You just need to lick the knife for your life to be greatly changed. And you know what? Just like Cynthia was a vendor at that market, everywhere you go, whether it be your job tomorrow, the family barbecue on Saturday, the church picnic on Sunday, everybody that you meet is suffering from hormonal imbalance. Everybody. I don't care if you're slim or overweight or tall or short. I don't care. Everybody is suffering from it because we've been exposed to all of those toxins and processed foods, everything, all of us. 1 year from now, what will your story be? Will you be sharing with me how much we love being in Cancun together? I'd love to have you interviewed on my call. Have you ever been at the right place at the right time and not taken advantage of it? When I was a young girl of 20 years old, I said no to a board game, and that happened to be Trivial Pursuit. Wow, my life could have changed had I found the $5,000 to put into that deal. Folks, it's not $5,000. It's $29.95 US. It's $37.95/free until Friday for you to be able to participate in an incredible, incredible company that could lead you to incredible freedom that you've never appreciated. Can we just get them mute the lines, please? Richard, will you mute the lines of Kathleen, please? Thank you. So in Canada, you can start with the 4-pack of drops, which is $500 that will qualify you. Not only do you get a free membership this week, you also get a $25 free product credit for next month. In the US, it's a $29.95 lifetime membership. And if you want to move to Canada to take advantage of the free membership, we welcome you. Qualifying packs from $371 to $2,500. Get in where you fit in. So let's wrap up. Are you a 1, 2, 3, or 4? A 1 is somebody that says, I'd love to buy the products. I don't mind spending the extra money and buying retail. Can you move the lines, please, Richard? The 2
I'm trying, but I can't mute the lines.
Okay, just click on individual people if their mics are showing open, okay? Thank you.
Okay,
it's
sure.
just a little distracting for me. Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
The 2 is the person that would like to become a brand partner or a glorified wholesale customer so they can save money and get the best deal. So if you're 1 or 2, put that in the chat. But the 3 might be the person that says, you know what? I want to reach out and I want to help some people and I could stand to use an extra few $100s in my piggy bank every week. So if you're number 3 to get on this health and wealth train and ride, put a 3 in the chat. But wait, there's more. what about getting on this health and wealth train and riding it big? Do we have any fours in the house with us tonight? Let's ride it all the way to destination prosperity, because my life has changed. A 26-year dream to get to Africa. Are you kidding me? 2 years ago, I was broke. I could hardly find the money to buy 2 boxes of drops to get me started. And there I was flying around Paris, up the Eiffel Tower. Oh my God. Lives change. Lives can change big time. So I want to welcome you. Next Tuesday, we're having another call. Everybody is always welcome. Thank you so very much to Cynthia Murray, my beautiful guest, for being on the call with us tonight. Thank you to the brand partners that are here to support the call. And thank you to our guests, because this call is really for you. It's all about you. Thank you to my good-looking co-host, Richard Gozdek. Thank you so very much. We're going to stop the recording, and anybody that wants to hang out for a little coffee clutch section. Cynthia, if you want to hang out a little bit and chat with us, that would be so fun. And people can ask questions. Thank you, everybody.